Hey guys, and welcome back to the expert level Spark team for Rockin' Dawgs. Today we're going to work on one that everybody always wants to teach their dog, and that's bring me a drink from the fridge. So if you want to follow along in the 101 Dog Trick book, we're going to start on page 74 and 75 for this one. And basically what we're going to do today is break this down into small pieces so it's easy for you to attain because there are a lot of moving parts that we need to put together for this one. So the first one we're going to start with is how to open the door to the fridge. So I suggest using a pull. Now there's you can use any method opening the door for this level, but we do need to use a pull just for impulse control. So if you have a bigger dog that you're using your regular fridge with, they're not opening your door constantly. So we have a little pull on here. And if you haven't taught your dog to pull, the best way to start is just with a game of tug and play tuggy with your rope. And you can even take a treat, and I have a little knot on the end that Loki pulls. I actually hide the treat in the knot in the beginning when he's first learning this command. So Loki, we're going to go to our mark. And when you first teach him to pull and you've actually attached it to the door, you can leave it slightly cracked if you want. And we're just going to pull, kind of help him pull. Any kind of pull on there gets the treat. And then we'll just close it a little bit more each time. Pull. Good job. Very nice. And we'll do that one more time. Pull. And this time I'm just asking him to pull and I'm not actually tugging it with him. So basically in the beginning to get him going, I'm helping him. Pull, pull, pull. You know, kind of get him juiced up to do it. And then as he gets better, I'm just closing the door and asking him to pull. Good job. You know, if it's a light pull like that, then we would increase the difficulty level until he pulls it open enough where I want to give him the click for it. So pull again. Good job. And that's where I would give him the click. So now for the next part of the trick, we need to be able to bring a drink from the fridge. So obviously little Loki here cannot bring a drink. So what we use is an empty juice box to get him started. So you could use that. For the bigger dogs in my house, I use a 20-liter soda. If you're actually using a beer or a canned drink to start with, a lot of dogs don't like holding the metal on the can in the beginning, so I would suggest putting a little cozy, one of those little cozies on the can to do your first fetch. So you would start with them empty. And you can actually play a game of fetch with them if you want. So I could throw this and get them interested in fetch a drink. Give me the drink. Good boy. Make sure I get good job. Pick it up and play games with him of fetch. Or another tactic that I like to use and that I actually taught Loki to do is, since I'm using an empty container in the beginning, I'll actually hide the treat inside the box or the little cup or whatever I'm teaching him to fetch with, and I will put it in here in an empty fridge, and we'll give me the drink. Can you give me the drink? Good job. And as soon as he gets the drink out, I'll drop the treat out of the box. Almost like when you first teach a dog fetch in the beginning and you hid the treat in the tennis ball. It's kind of the same idea. So what we need to do is start combining the pull open the door with the fetch the drink. So you can leave the door open completely in the beginning when you're first practicing. And we go, get the drink, give me that drink. Yay, good boy, good job. And we just practice that repetitive fetch motion. So if you're practicing in an actual fridge where there's other items, make sure the shelf that you're practicing on is low and it's not a lot of other product in there to grab in the beginning, or you could have a mess on your hands. So kind of push your other items back in your fridge. All right, so that's going to be our next part of the trick is fetch. So now we move along to closing the door. Hi guys, so now we've made it through learning how to open the door and fetching the item from the fridge. So once they know how to do those two parts, the last part is going to be closing the fridge. So this one's pretty easy. It's just a basic paw touch, and what we're going to do is just, we can start with it slightly cracked like that, and I'm just going to ask him to put his paws up on the door And his signal is close the door. So we're going to close the door. Good job. Good job. And we'll crack it a little bit more. Correct. Close the door. Good job. Close the door. Very nice. And we just increased the difficulty level with distance on that one. So right now I'm actually going right with him, almost so he mimics me for that paw touch. And we're closing it. Good. And then as he gets better, then I would just start backing myself farther away. So I'm giving the signal from close the door. Good job. All right, so now we need to see all three of those parts together and see if Loki can bring me a drink from the fridge. Hi guys, so at this point we've taught our dog to essentially pull open the fridge, bring us an item from the fridge, and then close the door. So the last portion is that we just combine all those things together so we can just say one command and the dog does the act. So, and maybe possibly two if you need to give them an additional one for close the door in the beginning. But we really want to wean off so we're not giving them individual signals for everything that we're asking them to do, basically. So my signal for Loki is going to end up being get me a drink or get me a drink from the fridge. So we're going to start with that. Loki, if you'll go to your mark, and we're going to see how far along he's come with that section. So I'm going to just leave, I've left his little juice box open today too because he seems to be having a hard time grabbing this box. So it's good to experiment with different kinds of items in the fridge. But we're going to start with that so it's a little bit easier grab for him. Close the fridge. And then Loki, can you get me a drink? Give me a drink from the fridge. Oh, very nice. Can you bring that to me? Bring me the drink. Good job. And we're having just a little bit hard time catching the drink. So I'm going to give him a reward for that. Good job. And then the last part we kind of forgot. So let's come around here. Oh, there we go. Good job. So that time I didn't have to ask him. I did give him a little bit of a cue to kind of go towards it like that. But that was a very good job, Loki. So bring me a drink from the fridge. That is going to be your next trick. And I hope you have fun with this. It takes a little while to combine it, but very useful trick. So I look forward to seeing how your dogs progress with it. Have a good week. Loki, can you get me a drink from the fridge? Give me a drink. Good boy. Give me that. Yes. Good job. And what do we do? Yes. Close the fridge. There we go. Good job. High five. I love you too.